Hello, do you find yourself not doing things you want to do? Today I'll teach you how to do a focusing session that will bring you to action. Hello, I'm Sally Tadmore. I'm a focusing teacher and a business coach. In the world of focusing, we're very interested in being present, making place for things, not being identified with pain and anger. But we don't talk so much about being active. And many focusers, they're frustrated because they do a lot of focusing and not many practical results are happening in their lives. I am very interested in action. And so over my years in focusing, I developed a new focusing style called Tiger Focusing. Tiger Focusing supports action. I find action very closely related to feeling of lightness, possibility, power, and wanting. If we feel lightness and feel our wanting, naturally we are active. So in Tiger Focusing, we are interested in feeling these feelings of lightness and wanting as long as possible. And then that strengthens our muscle of feeling these feelings and makes it easy for us to feel them in daily life and get back to feeling them and staying active. So how do we do it? In Tiger Focusing, we find the light feelings throughout the session and we try to stay in contact with them, to not let go of them. The image comes from a tiger. When a tiger sees its prey, its eyes are magnetized to the prey and it will not let go. And we try to stay magnetized to the feelings of lightness and wanting. So how do we find these light feelings? The first place we might be able to find them is in the beginning of the session. Maybe we start the session and we're relaxed, we're happy, especially if we do enough sessions a week. And then we say, okay, now I'll invite my issue. In Tiger Focusing, we don't do that. We invite this, we stay with this, as long as possible, maybe even for the whole session. We can also invite a wonderful moment with a lover, child, pet, or an interesting sentence we read in a book we like, a scene from a movie we loved, or some joke that somebody told us. Could be that you start a session and you're very heavy, angry, or sad, just like I had a session not long ago where I was very angry at my spouse. He didn't do something I wanted him to do. And I started the session with a great big dark black oval of anger hiding my view. And of course I sat with it. But I also noticed a very thin line of light around it. And I was very interested in that light. And very soon my feeling changed into lightness and loving feelings towards my spouse. So this is my second suggestion to you. If you're sitting with something heavy, be interested. Maybe there's also some lightness somewhere around it, in the middle, underneath, on top, somewhere. Look for that lightness. As Gendlin points out, a felt sense of a drama can be very different from the drama, from the story. It can be delicate, small, even relaxed. So you can also look for that. Another way of finding lightness is remembering a different or related subject that works. For example, I was very worried about a conversation I wanted to have with my daughter. But also I remembered a wonderful moment yesterday when we hugged. So we could say, okay, let go of the hug now. Let's think about the conversation you want to have with her. But in Tiger Focusing, we say, no, let's stay with both. And the lightness of the hug can help us be with the heaviness of the conversation. So hold on to the lightness. Another place to find light feelings is at the end of the session. Maybe after you had the whole round with the heaviness and the anger and the pain, now you feel light, you feel optimistic, you feel many things are possible. And then you say, okay, I'm done. Wait a minute, spend at least 1 or 2 more minutes with the lightness. And maybe even you could have a longer session. If you have 15 or 20 minutes each, maybe you could have 30 minutes. And then you have 15 more minutes to spend in this light space. Robert Lee suggests finding an image for the light feeling that can help us get back to it easily. For example, with my daughter, sometimes we're loving, we're close, we lay together in bed before she goes to sleep. And sometimes she's angry at me and she walks away from me. And I did focusing with this. And when I got to that lovely moment of us laying together in bed, I looked and I found an image of myself as a spider, spinning the web, constantly, patiently spinning our relationship. And once in a while, a wind comes by and blows away my web. And then I, as a spider, patiently start spinning the web all over again. That was a strong image that I used for a long time, and sometimes if I felt that I was losing my temper with her, I could go back to the image of me as a spider and have those consistent and patient feelings again. You could also use this light image in a different session. You can invite it again and see how it goes. So we talked today about tiger focusing and staying with the light, but do we push away the heavy stuff? Of course not. We don't push it away, but we also don't want to let go of the lightness. We don't want to be concentrated only on the heaviness. These are my suggestions for you, and I hope you try it in your next session. Try tiger focusing and tell me how it went. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next videos.